Barnwell, South Carolina. Game Night Live, Week 5.
The Barnwell community has not hosted a live ball game in a few years, and it's going to be a great night for our football program, our band, our cheerleaders, student body, faculty and staff, and just the entire community.
The unbeaten Warhorses try to stop South Aiken's all-time leading rusher, Javon Edwards.
Well, we got to run the ball. I think everybody knows that about us. We're going to try to run the ball.
Stopping Javon is one of the toughest things that we have to do. He's an unbelievable back. We got to get 11 hats to the ball to have any opportunity, any chance to stop him, and understand that when you grab him, you better not let him go because he's an unbelievably great back.
Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
We got ourselves an old-fashioned horse race here tonight. The South Aiken Thoroughbreds coming in at 1-2 against the unbeaten and third-ranked Barnwell Warhorses. And welcome to W.W. Carter Field at McWeir Stadium. John Hart, joined as always by Ashley Brown, our statistician Nathan Edwards. And AB, this is one of those games, if you're a fan of old-school smash-mouth football, natural grass, maybe a little bit of mud, two teams trying to run it down each other's throats, this is the game for you.
Well, and two great coaches and two really good offensive coaches, but they do like to run the football. And, of course, if you're talking about running and you're talking about South Aiken, you're talking about one of the best running backs, if not the best in the area, Javon Edwards. He could tonight break 5,000 career yards in just his 33rd game. He's also got a shot to get to 60 touchdowns. South Aiken is going to run him. Barnwell's going to have to try to stop him.
And with that, to the field for the coin toss. Okay, we're having some issues with the officials' microphone at midfield, but it appears that South Aiken won the toss, but Barnwell has elected to receive the opening kickoff, and that'll bring us to our keys to the game, maybe.
Yeah, let's take a look at first. Let's take a look at Barnwell, the home team. They got to make somebody other than Javon Edwards beat them. They need to stuff it in, gang tackle him, and slow him down. And then also ball control offense. Keep that offense off the field for South Aiken, and that's one way to slow Edwards down. For South Aiken, you got to play disciplined, mistake-free football. This is a very good Barnwell team. And then pressure their quarterback, Cam Austin. He's a great athlete. Make him uncomfortable back there. He is a talented, talented young man.
All right, both teams ready to take the field. There are the Barnwell Warhorses. And there they come. Three 3-0, undefeated are the Barnwell Warhorses. Number 4 in Class A. At the other end of the field, it's the South Aiken T-Breds representing Class 4A. Kickoff is next on Game Night Live. A perfect, and I mean perfect, mid-September night for football here in Barnwell. A lot of games moved up from Friday to Thursday because of the fear of rain, but that means they weren't watching our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, who, if you watched, would have told you it'd be fine by Friday night. And it is here. 9th meeting all-time between these two programs. Barnwell leads 7-1 all-time. They haven't met since 2009. And back in that 2009 game, South Aiken picked up its first win in the series, 23-6. That is a harbinger, by the way, AB, for the trivia question to come in the third quarter. Off we go. A little trouble on the return for Barnwell, and the Warhorses will have it at just short of the 30-yard line. Now, this is where we explain to you, if you didn't notice in our open, we are field side or sidelines tonight. Usually we're in the press box calling the game, but once or twice a year we like to venture down to the sidelines, be a part of the action. And so we are at I think this is the east end of the field. So Barnwell, as you look at it, is driving toward us. They're at the other end. Here we are. Here's our lovely accommodations. And I mean that in all.
I love it.
It's great because if it does rain, we're covered.
I absolutely love this setup.
This is one of our favorite things we do every year, and we only do it once or twice, but being on the field is really cool. And on the first play from scrimmage, it is the workhorse for the War Horses, and that is Nehemiah Brown.
Yeah, I love being on the field. I was telling somebody today, you just feel like you're right in the action, and we've done it at some really good, Lincoln County, Washington Wilkes, and some other great games. So we're really excited to be here. Like I said, two great coaches, two of the better coaches in the area, going heads up. You got Barnwell undefeated, and of course you got one of the best players in the area on the South Aiken side. It should be fun.
Now, it also does present a little bit of a challenge in that there is a palm tree between me and the scoreboard. So we'll be approximating the down and distance.
It's the first time I've ever had a problem with a palm tree.
No, exactly. There's a flag down on second down.
And, of course, the Barnwell offense goes as number 9 goes. Cam Austin, talented runner, can throw it as well. He was a South Carolina baseball commit, but with the new rules now, the colleges are basically recruiting from other colleges. So some of the high school kids have had scholarships rescinded, and there's going to be a court case over all this. It's gotten really crazy. But that kid, bottom line, he can play.
So it will be a first down for the War Horses, the end result of all of that. And, yeah, Cam Austin, the new coaching staff there at South Carolina, decided to go a different direction with the scholarship offers. But, that means he's basically a free agent.
Yep.
Somebody's going to get a good one.
Somebody's going to get a good one, yeah. He can really play. He's very fast. Baseball is his best sport, but he's a heck of a football player as well. Had him in the top 20 preseason players this year on my list.
And this time he'll hand off, and a nice gain on first down. Two passing touchdowns this year for Austin, 5 on the ground. And he's been nursing a little bit of an ankle injury, but he was questionable for this game, but is clearly good to go so far.
Well, yeah, they want to keep that record intact. And they haven't played slouches. They've already beat probably of their size the two best schools they'll play until the playoffs in Blackville Hilda and Bamberg Earhart. Ball come loose there.
Ball is out.
Ball came loose, and
looks like Barnwell got back on it.
Yeah, I think Peoples got on it. Jaquan Peoples. Oh, they're saying
South
Aiken's got it.
Well,
yeah, you can see there. South Aiken did have it down at the bottom of the pile. So great job by the camera crew. Yeah,
great job by our camera crew. Jinx, you owe me a Powerade, as it were.
And now we'll get a chance to see South Aiken, and they've got. We're going to talk about him a lot tonight, but Javon Edwards, what a career he's had so far. And he's not one of these guys that plays 15 games a season. He's had 9, 11, 9, and this year 3. So just his 33rd varsity game, and he's got a chance to eclipse 5,000 yards. All he needs is 118 tonight.
And so on cue, they throw it, AB.
Yeah.
To the 43-yard line.
And that's what they are going to have to do this year to beat some teams. They've off to a little bit of a rough start, but they have played Lakeside and North Augusta. They're 2 losses, 2 very good teams.
And we talk about Javon Edwards so much, and rightfully so, but this is a fairly balanced offense for South Aiken. They run it about 60% of the time, throw it about 40% of the time. You mentioned the career numbers for Edwards. He comes in this season with just shy of 700 yards with 8 touchdowns, averaging 8 yards a carry.
And averaging 222 yards a game. So he's been outstanding. And when they do throw it, the guy they like to go to is the sophomore Kaishan McLeod. He is very talented.
And this is Zaylen Hightower, and he's going nowhere.
So South Aiken trying to cash in on the turnover. I forgot about the horse sound effect from the last time we were here.
It's my favorite part.
The neighing horse, yeah.
But you don't know which team it's for.
Exactly. There they drew them off. So South Aiken will get a free 5 yards there.
So encroachment on the defense will benefit the T-Breads.
Yeah, we talk so much about Edwards. You're right, Tucker Bryan, the quarterback, probably doesn't get that much, nearly as much attention. But last year he had to come in when Terrence Smith.
Well,
They
wish they had Terrence
Yeah,
Edwards.
when Terrence Smith was injured, and he played pretty well. And this year he's been given the reins to run the team, and didn't play as well as he'd like against Lakeside in the game we saw on Game Night Live, but he can definitely play.
He's thrown for 3 touchdowns this year. Has been intercepted twice, and he'll throw again here, or at least try to. But he's running for his life, and that play will be strung out by Jordan Peoples.
Yeah, great job by the Barnwell defense kind of stringing that play out. One thing we didn't see, you see number 88 in white there, that's Ryan Lubeck. And it's one thing we didn't see in the first game when we saw South Aiken. They didn't really get him involved in the offense, and he can be a big factor in tonight's game. I think that he would be a guy that I would lean on if I'm, Coach Hamilton for sure.
And guess who? It's Edwards, and the Warhorses equal to the task this
They were
time.
ready. You see all the red jerseys around him. I said they need a gang tackle, and they definitely did that.
They gave Jordan Peoples the credit for the tackle there.
4th down, but from where they are on the field, they're going to go for it here.
Bryan looks to the sidelines. Oh, he's in trouble now, and down he goes. And that is the sack master for Barnwell, Logan Stuckey. 2 sacks, that'll be his 3rd of the year, and right place at the right time.
Yeah, he's also probably their best wide receiver, just a good all-around athlete. He did a great job there sticking with the play. Bryan did a great job pump faking, but then he, once he didn't throw it, he was in trouble. And good job by the Barnwell defense to get the ball back.
Yeah, Barnwell coached by Brian Smith in his 21st season. Hard to believe. He's been at several different programs in our area. 121 and 105 overall. He's 11-5 in his 2nd season here in Barnwell. But again, he is no stranger to the CSRA. Strom Thurmond from 1995 to 1999 took the Rebels to the state finals and the state semifinals during his stay there, and then went to North Greenville College and coached at the college level for a little bit before going back to high school, and then most recently at Ridge Spring Minetta from 19 to 22. Took the Trojans to the finals in 2019, and was our Border Bowl Team South Carolina head coach just last week. We'll get you to Chris Hamilton of South Aiken here after this.
And that's what Austin can do so well. He's so fast. Great run there.
Ankle looks fine.
Oh, yeah. Again, he's got some wheels. You can watch him, football or baseball. You can watch him, and he can motor.
He has found the end zone 5 times this year with his feet.
Well, last year he just got better and better as the year went on. Early on he was a little tentative, and then as the season went on, he just got better and better as he learned the offense and what he could do and couldn't do. And now he's like Coach Smith said, he's like having a coach out there. He kind of runs the offense and knows exactly what to do.
Fresh set of downs for the Warhorses. South Aiken, as you may have read on our graphic earlier, coached by Chris Hamilton, who is 52-48 in his 10th season on the stomping grounds. A pickup of about 4 on first down.
Yeah,
8 straight postseasons.
I was going to say, he hadn't missed playoffs in a long time.
Have been to. And took them to the semifinals back in 2016. 2 region championships, that 16 team, and then again in 2021. Before coming to South Aiken, he was a longtime assistant at Lexington and a 1995 graduate of Sumter High School, and also a Border Bowl head coach, Border Bowl 5, Team South Carolina. And he is an offense. You mentioned at the outset, AB, the offensive minds of these two coaches. This is a South Aiken team averaging 25 a game. Unfortunately, they're averaging giving up 26 a game, thus the 1-2 record. But
it looked like the receiver slipped, but he must have kept his knee off the ground and was able to pick up nice yardage there.
Yeah, it was Kazir Wesley, a senior.
Yeah, just a little wide receiver screen there.
There's your sound effect again.
I hear it. Well, you just wonder, South Aiken being the bigger school, will they be able to wear down Barnwell? But if you really look at the lines of scrimmage, Barnwell's got some big boys up there.
All right, so now this is where calling the game from the sidelines gets great because they are right in front of us now. And a lot of white shirts in on the stop, but not before a gain of, I think they're going to give him 4 or 5.
Well, this is a great drive so far by Barnwell. Their defense got him a stop on 4th down, and they've matriculated the ball down the field since then.
You mentioned a bit of class warfare here. South Aiken out of 4A and Barnwell out of Class A. Another tough run on 2nd down. It was 2nd and about 3.5. And it'll bring up 3rd and short. That was Jaden Peoples, one of 3 Peoples on this Barnwell roster. 3rd and 1. Correction, it was Barnwell is 2A, not 1A. And there you see Dwayne Garrick in that camera shot we just had on the sidelines. Longtime coach here at Barnwell. And left here, went to Aiken High School last year, is now back and coaching the offensive line here for the Warhorses, and he's got to be happy with what he sees on this drive.
Yeah, they've really looked good. And for the last few years, South Aiken's defense has really been, gave up a ton of points, ton of yards. This year, these guys are a little older. They've got a much improved defense, but it is still the weaker of the two sides of the football, and right now, Barnwell taking advantage of it.
1st and 10 from just inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, good run.
And it's Nehemiah Brown to the goal line. Brown. Oh, they're going to say just short. Knee down at the 1-yard line.
Wow, that was a heck of a run by Brown.
It will be 1st and goal for the Warhorses.
Yeah, he came into the game 2nd on the team in rushing, only behind Austin. 47 carries, 184 yards, and that was a really good hard run that time.
If I'm Brian Smith, I just go right back to him. He does, and, well, shows what I know. Great stand by South Aiken. Garrett Still, who had 15 tackles entering the game, one of the first in for the Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, that was a great job. They read that play perfectly, knew what was coming, and were able to get in there and get a stop in the backfield.
I'd do it again.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're running the football, just do it 3 more times if you have to. Yeah, this is great. Like you said, they're right in front of us, and
it's not so great when they're at the other end.
Yeah, we get a look down the line right now, though.
Austin. And Austin is in.
Yeah. Kept it and ran right behind Nehemiah Brown, and Austin gets another touchdown. That is
his 6th of the year.
6th rushing touchdown. He's also thrown a couple.
So Barnwell strikes first and looking every bit of that number 3 ranking on that drive.
Yeah, like I said, they've already played some tough opponents. Both these teams have. And Barnwell, the fact that they're 3-0, having already played Blackville Hilda and Bamberg Earhart.
See that palm tree all the way to the left of the screen? That's my nemesis right there. Oh, trouble on the snap.
We saw this second straight week.
Going to try to throw for it, and nothing there.
That was our play of the week, our Power play of the week last week. The freshman backup quarterback bobbled snap, picked it up, and threw it for a 2-point conversion.
6-0, Warhorses lead. Barnwell leads South Aiken with 4:36 left to play in the opening quarter here at W.W. Carter Field at McWeir Stadium.
Yeah, that with the bad snap, they're unable to get the extra point. Let's see how that plays in the game. We expect a close game tonight. that could be a big key play for this game. Last week, as I mentioned, it was the opposite. Bobbled snap, and the freshman made a heck of a play to roll out and throw a 2-point conversion, not meaning to, obviously not a design play. So this time Cam Austin tried to do the same thing, but his pass incomplete.
Well, be sure to tune in tomorrow night morning. I said night. Morning at 9:30 in the morning for Local Living every Saturday at 9:30. You can check out what Ana Cristina is doing in the CSRA for new businesses, the best eats, things to do, and people to know. Local Living is always packed with fun and entertainment. That is every Saturday, tomorrow, and every Saturday at 9:30 on WJBF NewsChannel 6. What better way to get your college football Saturday started?
There you go.
Yep. You're wondering why there's a little bit of a break in action, even though it's not hot tonight. They do have these heat breaks built into the schedule early in the season.
Since it's 76 degrees, I'm going to call it a hydration break.
There you go.
But it feels like 77.
So yeah.
Brutal.
If it feels like that, shouldn't that just be the temperature? I've always wondered about that whole feels like temperature thing.
Yeah, that's what the late, great Braves announcer Pete Van Leeuwen always said that. He's like, if it feels like, I'm going to let you take that up with Jenna Petracci. She can explain all the science.
I'm not arguing with her.
All right, so we're back in business here. Here come the War Horses, and on the return is Keon Razor. He had a big game on Football Friday night, Game Night Live, when we had the T-Brads against Lakeside earlier this year.
Sure did, and they're going to need somebody, whether it's McLeod or Razor or Lubeck, they're going to need, as they go through the season, somebody other than Edwards. Maybe it's Brian, the quarterback. Somebody's going to have to step up and become one of the leaders and make plays on a consistent basis. I mean, you've obviously got a star, but, teams are going to certainly key on him. Javon Edwards, we mentioned already, with several scholarship offers, East Carolina, Coastal Carolina, Old Dominion. As a matter of fact, he's going to be at Old Dominion this week, tomorrow, from what I heard. Right now, though, he's having trouble with this Barnwell defense.
And he's not alone. He's not the first one to have trouble with this Barnwell. And it's a Barnwell team that has returned virtually everybody from last year's 8-win team that, of course, went to the third round of the state playoffs. They returned everybody on both sides of the football. And so you would assume the expectations as they are even higher this year.
Yeah, and they struggled a little bit early in the year, but as they went on, they got better. Like I said with Cam Austin, the team by the end of the year, you didn't want to play them. And now these kids have a little more confidence, a year older, a year bigger, a year stronger. And right now they're on top of the 4A school, South Aiken.
2nd and 7-ish from the 30-something. Oh! In and out of the hands of Blaine Drake, and then he paid the price.
Yeah, Devo got him. Demaje Devo, the defensive back, coming up and making the hit.
They call him Bell Biv. I don't know that.
I like it.
If they don't, they're gonna. I'm starting the movement right now.
No, they're gonna go, man, how old are you? Don't worry, I do the same thing. I do it all day at work. They're like, yeah, man, I've never seen that movie that you referenced.
Never heard of it.
Or that music group, whatever.
Big third down for the T-Brads. Guess who? Edwards. And once again, just a wall of red shirts.
Yeah, the Warhorses came ready to play tonight. They've had a good program for a long, long time. I mean, and
I'm going to give the tackle to Jalen Carter. There were so many in there, but 77 was the first person I saw, mostly because he's the biggest person on the football field right now. Well, we're going to go for it, and I say we, I mean in the game itself. We have no rooting interest. 4th and 3.
See if they try to draw them off.
And that does appear to be the case, as Bryant will turn and get some instruction from Chris Hamilton.
Such a risky play.
At this
They're
point,
gonna
they
do
are.
It, though.
From this spot on the field, they're going to give it to Edwards. He didn't get it.
Wow.
Well short. And you said it, AB. This Barnwell defense came to play.
Came ready to play for sure. Well, that's twice now they've stopped them on 4th down. Last time they had to go a long way and score. This time they got a little better field to work with. As a matter of fact, already
they're at the 35, just outside the 35.
short field. So not the start South Aiken wanted for sure here on the road tonight.
And a big gainer on first down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Kazir Wesley. Correction, Jaquan Peoples for the touchdown.
Wow, wow, wow. What a start. Yeah, that was Jaquan Peoples. Just took it off the tackle, then bounced to the outside, and nothing but green grass in front of him. Great run by Peoples. And just like that, Barnwell, a 2-touchdown lead in this one. Like I said, thought it would be a close game, could go either way, but I definitely didn't see this as a start. They're going
and
for 2.
And they will go for 2, yeah, after the missed extra point on the first one. And they'll have to settle for 6.
Yeah, they tried to give it to number 4 that time, Nehemiah Brown. He was stopped short, so 12-0. Barnwell on top. And, man, they have looked good so far on both sides of the ball. And if you're South Aiken, you've got to get a drive going here. Hard to believe we're zipping through Game Night Live so fast this year. Already week 5. That is hard to believe. Almost the halfway point.
Yeah, on the way down here to the game, John and I were already peeking at flex weeks maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's hard to believe how quickly the schedule is going.
That's what we're just saying, like week 5 already, almost halfway through the season. Yeah, last week at Aquinas, I said at one point during the game, week 3, and Nathan corrected me, no, it's week 4 already. Just flying by.
12-week season, so next week will be the halfway point.
Yep.
And you and I have talked about it multiple times. We wait all year for this to get here.
Yeah.
And it seems like it
flies by. Well, Barnwell has looked very good both times they've had it the last couple. And like I said, South Aiken needs to get a drive. They obviously want points, but if anything else, get the ball down the field and flip the field a little bit.
See a good crowd here on the Barnwell side. From the 10. And that is Razor across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice field position for South Aiken after the return by Razor. So let's see what Coach Hamilton dials up here.
Our first visit to Barnwell since 2017 here on Game Night Live.
Hard to believe it's been that long.
And talking to Coach Brian Smith this week, this community really, really comes out for not only football, but especially when they get a chance to show off their community to the rest of the CSRA. And so far, really so good for Barnwell. Oh, that's a pretty good gain on first down, though, across the 45.
Yeah, Edwards able to slither through. I think they marked him down at the 44, so he's going to be short of the first down, but best run of the night for sure for him. And again, he's a guy that you can't hold down much. He's averaging 222 yards a game this year, and for his career, over 150, and that's impressive when you consider, more than half of those games were when he was a freshman and sophomore.
So you're saying nobody can break his stride? No one can hold him down? Well, they will on this down, and that's going to be a huge loss for South Aiken.
Yeah, the play was a little bit slow to develop, and you had one blocker out there, but you had a bunch of red jerseys. And
the Busby's instant replay, and the first one in was Jordan Peoples.
Yeah, we talked about Hightower, and that time Hightower just missed a block, and I'm sure he's going to hear about that one when they watch the film on this game.
Nah. 71 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And on 3rd and about 9. And again, Edwards just nowhere to go. Just swallowed up.
They tried to set up the screen, and again, just throws it into a big crowd of red jerseys, and Edwards nowhere to run.
So it's 4th down, and at the last minute here, the T-Brads will run the punt team on the field. They went for it last time at about the same place a little farther down, but roughly the same position on the field. But this time, it'll be Jack Ziegler. And trouble with the snap. Ziegler's going to have to run for his life. And he'll be pushed out at the 43-yard line. And again, going to be great field position for the Warhorses.
It's as if they went for it and didn't get it. Same result with the bobbled snap. And he tried to run and get the first down, but nowhere to go. And, man, Barnwell off to a sensational start tonight against this South Aiken team. And, again, South Aiken was hanging in there with both Lakeside and North Augusta before they lost, and that's impressive. Those are some big schools, all three of them, South Aiken, North Augusta, and Lakeside. And here's Barnwell, the AA program, right now in firm control of this one.
Well, again, that's something Nathan and I talked about on the way down here, and you and I talked about pregame. Yeah, South Aiken 1-2, but, man, they played a tough non-region schedule. But this Barnwell team just looks great, and it's Brown churning and fighting for yards.
And just throwing defenders, John. Watch this at the end of this play. Brown using the left arm right there. Just get out of my way. Nice run.
Early possibility for the hit of the game. We don't usually do it for an offensive player, but that was a heck of a stiff arm.
Well, number 4 here is a special number. Tyler Smith, one of the best to do it at Barnwell all time, wore that number.
So that'll do it. We're through 1 quarter of play. Barnwell up 12-0 and looking for more. Barnwell up 12-0 to begin the second quarter of play and driving for more at the 25-yard line and a first down. And it's Brown on first down. And he picks up 2.
I'm not surprised that Barnwell's had some success. Just really surprised. They're making it look easy running the football. And while we got a moment, folks, let's tell you about our friends from McDonald's. We do want to say a special thank you to our local McDonald's owner-operators. Not only do they support us through the sponsorship, but this year they're also hosting Fries for School Supplies. That's right. They did that. What a great thing they did. Visit your local McDonald's and order any a la carte fry that week, and you can donate back to your local schools.
And this time South Aiken was ready for that. Jordan Peoples on the carry for Barnwell, and a host of T-Brads on the stop.
Yeah, they got to get a stop here. You can't go down 3 scores. Not the way the defense from Barnwell's been playing.
So big third down now, especially for the South Aiken defense. Austin throwing, completing. That is Wesley. And Wesley will have the first down for Barnwell.
Wow. Yeah, that's one. You're kicking yourself. I know Coach Hamilton wanted that one badly. Unable to corral the receiver after he caught the football, though.
So the Warhorses into the red zone.
Let's look at that backfield of Nehemiah Brown, the running back, number 4, and the quarterback, Cam Austin, number 9.
From the 15. And it's Brown. Just outside the 5.
I tell you, I like Brown. He looks good running the football. You know, we're sitting here. He's saying, hey, you're giving all the credit to this other guy. I'm doing pretty good.
Just a junior. And we talked about how young this Barnwell team was last year. They have grown up. A lot of experience on both sides of the football.
Man, so far it's just been one of those nights for South Aiken, if that's on them.
We're going to have a dead ball encroachment on the defense. It's going to be 5 yards.
Running game.
Going to result in a first down
as well. It's just
we're going to go
to be bad news for the Thoroughbreds.
And let's get you your QBs by the quarter for the first time tonight, brought to you, as always, by Culpeper Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Yeah, Barnwell driving right now. Austin was 2 of 2 for 17 yards, had that rushing touchdown as well. And Brian for South Aiken was 4 of 5, but only for 5 yards. A lot of really short passes and screens.
Warhorses knocking on the door. Austin keeps, scores.
Easy touchdown. Second of the game, 7th of the season rushing touchdown for Cam Austin.
And it is all Barnwell in the first quarter plus.
I'm surprised. Like I said, I was expecting a neck-and-neck game. We might still get that, but, man, Barnwell off to a great start.
I think we both expected, and I know Nathan and I did as well on the drive down here, expected a barn burner.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but I just think this is a testament to how good this Barnwell team is.
Yeah.
Because South Aiken's got a lot of talent on that other side of the football, but right now it is all Warhorses. 19-0, 9:41 left in the half. As you see on the far right corner of your screen, it is a rowdy Barnwell student section as they are celebrating 19-0. And we're still very early here in the second quarter. There's still plenty of time for South Aiken. And it's Jordan Williams on the return. Some of the best field position of the night for the T-Breads. And if you're South Aiken, especially on offense, or taking over on offense, I should say, you just need to sustain a drive right now and keep your defense off the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking, you and I talking during the break, the defense has struggled so much the last couple of years, and then now you're really struggling in a game where you thought maybe you had a chance to win, bigger school. How does Coach Hamilton keep them mentally into it? You know they're starting to go, here we go again. Just really struggling on that side of the ball. And really, the offense hasn't done much either. I mean, that's one of the reasons they are struggling. That defense has been put in some bad spots.
And to your point, Edwards barely to midfield. Picks up a couple, 2nd and 8 from the 50.
Yeah, I've got right now total yards is 152 to 25.
Wow. Now, that I didn't see.
No.
I mean, I did not see that at all. This has been a weird one. Last night there were some weird games.
Well, we can talk about that Thompson-Swainsboro game.
Weird
as we
game.
along.
If you look at who Swainsboro's played and how they played them, that Thompson game was, that was the Thompson team we expected to see when the season started. And by the way, for those who didn't know, they beat Swainsboro 56-7, and that's a Swainsboro team that beat Metter the week before, and they've played pretty tough against some tough opponents.
By the way, that a much more typical Javon Edwards run.
Yeah.
Picks up the first down for South Aiken.
Well, he's going to get loose eventually. It's hard to contain him an entire game.
Hawk Law Group first down from the 41 of the Warhorses.
I mean, the guy's played 32 career games, and he's averaging 155 yards a game. So, and he's also averaging almost 2 touchdowns a game. They could use one of those right now as Brian keeps it.
Bryant will keep, and what a tackle. Really nice job. I believe that was DeVoe.
Well, that might not be the hit of the game, but it's maybe the tackle of the game. What a great play coming up and tackling him low where he couldn't get away. Great play.
DeMaje DeVoe. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the Warhorse 42-yard line.
Well, they haven't tried to go anywhere deep at all to McLeod, and look at the size advantage he's going to have height-wise. This time they hand it off. Here's some running room.
Yeah, Edwards landed almost right in front of us. Another big gain for Javon, who's starting to get untracked a little bit here.
Well, definitely the best they've looked on offense, and they couldn't wait around. I mean, down 19-0 already. This is a big possession. If you're South Aiken, you want to get a score, and you're thinking about stopping them and getting another one. But first things first, you got to get in the end zone here first.
1st and 10 just inside the 30. And they'll stay with Edwards.
Oh, what a fake.
And some fancy footwork and a pickup of 5.
Wow. The little fake he made there. Oh, my word.
And that is what has the coaches at Coastal Carolina and Old Dominion, among others.
East Carolina as
East
well.
Carolina.
Yeah, very happy. Watch this run. That was the end of the play where he goes out of bounds. But, man, he made a man miss early on that run. Here we go. They're bringing it back for us. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not. But, man, what a fake. Again, hard to keep this guy down. He's, again, with a decent night tonight, he'll go over 5,000 career yards. But so far it's been all Warhorses. But this is a nice drive.
2nd and 3. Bryant throws it right into our tent here, basically.
Well, he finally went to McLeod. We were wondering, that's definitely the best receiver, his go-to target, and he finally went downfield a little bit to him.
Yeah, McLeod already with 2 touchdown catches this season. So a fresh set of downs for the Thoroughbreds.
Well, he's just impressive looking. He's only a 10th grader. He looked about 6'2".
Inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. Edwards, not much there.
Yeah, that time Barnwell got great penetration along the right side, and that's right where the play was designed. So good stop that time by Barnwell.
There we are. Our friendly confines here on the sidelines at McWeir Stadium. 2nd and 11.
And they might have got an offside there.
See if the Warhorses bit that hard count.
All these little plays important to get some of that
Have a
confidence
dead ball,
back for this
encroachment
offense as
on
they
the
move down the
defense.
field a little bit.
5 yards.
Actually, they're going to say it was a
What'd you
false
call it?
start. I think the South Aiken coaching staff thought it was on the defense as well.
Well, he signaled defensive offsides.
Originally, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So
There it is.
no wonder the coaching staff was a little bit beside themselves.
So they got it right. It was a really good shot. You can see down the line of scrimmage. Second and 5. Oh, and Bryant just eaten up by Lex Thomas, the leading tackler on this Warhorse team, coming into the game with 17, and you can make it 18. And a huge loss for the Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, that was a big play. This is a huge, big 2 plays here. Even if you don't get it here, you got to make it manageable. It's 3rd and 13. You need to try and give yourself at least 4th and 3, or obviously you want the first down, but if you can't get it, give yourself a manageable 4th down.
Line to gain is the 7, but first, I believe we're going to have a timeout called. Nope, I think we're just going to have a substitution on the South Aiken's part. And we're all set to go. So again, line to gain is the 7-yard line of Barnwell.
Oh.
That'll help.
Have a dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards. Replay. 3rd down.
So the Warhorses benefit from the penalty.
Yeah, so now 3rd and 18. What started as a promising drive for South Aiken has sort of fizzled out here. They need a big play. Not only has it been a while since we've been down on the field, but it's been a while since we've been this close. I miss the coaches yelling.
I had enough of them yell at me over the years.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Man, just great job by that defense from Barnwell. Leading the way that time was number 5 for the Warhorses, William Robinson.
Fourth and 18 here.
Yeah, 4th and 18, and
it looks like Chris Hamilton's going to go for it, because at this position on the field, you're 6 of one, half dozen of the other here. If you don't get it, Barnwell will start from about its own 30-yard line. That's a 25-yard line. And now it looks like South Aiken will call timeout. We'll talk about it. First timeout for the Thoroughbreds here in this first half.
Their first timeout of the half.
Well, I mean, you don't want the game to get away from you here, and you've had a chance. It was a great drive, and then all of a sudden it, stalled, a combination of some penalties and great plays by the Warhorse defense. And on, fourth down, you're right. You're just outside of field goal range, and no point in really punting it. So even if you don't get the first down but get decent yardage, you're pinning them back somewhat. But they need something good.
So we'll see what Chris Hamilton decided during the timeout. And he's going to leave the offense on the field. Trying to get to the 7 of Barnwell. They will throw, not for the first down, but for the touchdown.
Great play.
And it is complete. And a touchdown to McLeod, who went up and over the defender and made a fantastic catch.
I asked when they were going to go deep to the sophomore McLeod. Well, I got the answer. On 4th and 18, they go for not just the first down, but the touchdown.
And look, that was really good defense by Jaden Peoples.
Oh, man, it was. Just a heck of a play by the receiver. And again, folks, he's only a 10th grader. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're familiar with ESPN's NFL Countdown show on Sunday mornings, the You Got Mossed segment, that we might have to submit that one.
We've already had. We had
one at ARC.
Hepzibah ARC, the Hepzibah receiver. But that was a great catch.
The extra point never had a chance.
What a huge play, though, for South Aiken. If the defense can get fired up here and get a stop and get the ball back, we've got a different ball game.
Third touchdown catch of the year for Kyson McLeod.
And, hey, I give Brian credit. He threw it up and let his receiver go make a play, and McLeod did it for him.
And sure Chris Hamilton would rather us give all the credit to his players, but what a gutsy call on fourth down.
Yeah.
Well, be sure to stick around for our halftime show when we'll have some special guests for you. The Kimberly-Clark halftime show is coming your way with Kira Goldstein, who has been pinch hitting for us on Football Friday night for the first 4 weeks of the season, but she'll be back with us on the sidelines, and we'll hear from your hometown sponsors, take a look at some other scores around the area. All kinds of things coming up for you on the Kimberly-Clark halftime show in 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, we got us another water break on the field on this. It's really not even that humid tonight.
Did they bring you any water, Abby?
No, they did not. It's a little
that's
upsetting.
my job at halftime.
It's a little upsetting,
I'll make a water run.
Yeah. Check the concession for me, too, while you're doing that.
What would you like?
Thank you, Nathan. Nathan brought me some.
Actually, it looks like if I don't know if the camera can pan to the right just a little bit, but the line is already formed at the concession stand, so I'm gonna sit that one out.
You can push your way up front.
Do we get any sort of special privileges?
I don't know. Even if we did, I could never ask.
Yeah, it's already it's already 10 deep.
Look at that. They must have somebody cooking some good stuff over there.
I was over on that side of the field earlier. It smells really, really good.
Yeah, Barnwell way up here, making sure there's no onside kick or anything here.
A little early for that, I would think, but you never know.
He's been super aggressive on fourth down, but
more of a pooch. But and Barnwell will take over at the 37.
So now the job is the South Aiken defense is going to have to
get the ball back.
Yeah, going to have to.
So if you can get it back and score before halftime, we got a brand new ball game.
Exactly. What a big play that could change the whole
by the kicking team. They elect to take it 5 yards from the out-of-bounds spot to be first down red.
Brian to McLeod, and
I thought I saw a flag come in late on that kickoff, and I did. I couldn't tell from where we were if it was a flag or a hot dog wrapper.
One we don't mind seeing, the other we do mind seeing.
You decide which is which.
A hot dog wrapper means I might have just gotten to eat a hot dog, so that's always good.
It's a no-brainer.
The flag means it's a little longer to me to go eat a hot dog. So
I had a craving for hot dogs the other day, and I went to cook some and realized I didn't have hot dog buns. It's just a terrible feeling.
It is. And I don't care what anybody says. Bread's not the same.
No.
It's just not the same.
You can't do it. And you can't even like fold up a hamburger bun.
No.
It's not, no.
You should have went old school. You should have went Columbus, Georgia, the home of the scramble dog.
I lived my first 13 years in Columbus, Georgia, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, all the little like local restaurants there serve scramble dog, and it's basically a hot dog, just all cut up into pieces and thrown in a bowl. It's like a hot dog bowl.
Just no bread.
Well, no, the bread's in there.
Oh,
everything's in there.
Okay.
Anything you wanted. Oyster crackers.
Well, I know what I'm having for the late night snack tonight.
Phenomenal.
This is Brown. Brown, good hard run up just short of the 45-yard line.
It was so weird to me that was a known thing, because I'm like, we're only like 4 hours in Augusta, and nobody has these. Why does everyone here know?
We should make it a thing.
We should make it a thing, yeah. Got a lot of good games in the area, even though some teams played last night. North Augusta taking on Strom Thurmond, one of the better games in the area tonight.
Yeah,
we'll be keeping an eye on.
Another one of the great running backs in the area.
Yeah, Michael Doe, 200 yards last week in their win over South Aiken. Both he and Javon Edwards went over 200 yards in that game. Here's Austin. Oh, and a good tackle.
Wow.
Nice play that time by number 3, Jordan Williams.
We've called his name a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, he put the face mask right in the chest of Austin.
And so there you go. If you're the South Aiken defense, you did exactly what you wanted to do. 3 and out.
And you've got time, because really anytime you hand it off to Javon Edwards, it could be a touchdown. So far tonight,
that's one of the things Brian Smith said.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, earlier this year when we had them against Lakeside, Steve Hibbett said the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't stop Javon Edwards. He's going to get him. You've got to keep 10-yard runs from becoming 60-yard runs. So South Aiken, 2:32 left on the clock, 2 timeouts.
Tradition-rich program here at Barnwell. They've had some great players over the years. Shelly Hammonds, who played at Penn State, Brew Pender, who played at South Carolina. They were on those teams of the late 80s that were state championship contenders year in, year out in both football and baseball. They were great in baseball as well. They had an incredible game against Evans. That was back in the heyday for the Knights. Had some incredible games there in the 80s.
This town originally founded way back in 1798 and named for Revolutionary War hero John Barnwell. They think. There were a lot of Barnwells in his family. They think it's John. It might be one of the other Barnwells, but we're going with Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Never led me wrong before.
Man, if it's one of the other ones, though, that's a
terrible
tough break for that guy.
Yeah, got to be haunting somebody.
Edwards stutter steps at the line, and Barnwell have absolutely none of it. There's that man, Jalen Carter, again.
Yeah, he's playing really well tonight, stuffing things in the middle.
I believe Clayton Zissett also got in there. He's not a small individual either. It is a first down.
Yeah, he needed a couple and was able to barely get it.
Under 2 minutes. In the NFL, they would call it the 2-minute warning. In college, you're not allowed to call it the 2-minute warning.
It's the 2-minute timeout,
2-minute
right? Is that what they're calling it?
What they're told. Hard count from Bryant, and again, it's Edwards. Tough sledding.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Clock running.
And we'll see if South Aiken just tries to run this thing down and get to the locker room down 13.
Yeah, I mean, the first half has went exactly as they want it to so far.
Good look at the line to gain there, the 39-yard line. I was just out to ask if Chris Hamilton's going to take another deep shot, and he does, but this time it is not quite there. He was looking for McLeod again.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, McLeod made a heck of a catch last time, and he had a step on the defender. The ball thrown a little too close to the sideline and a little overthrown by Brian.
Does stop the clock for the Thoroughbreds with 1:02. Third down.
Brian looking to the sidelines to get the play call. I think they changed things up there from what they had originally planned.
Edwards is the lone back. He'll be a blocker on this play.
And they're going to get up to about the 35, maybe the 36.
That was Blaine Drake. And a flag late.
Yeah, DeVoe with another tackle. He's been outstanding tonight. That's going to be on Barnwell, I think, though, yeah. Boy, they just gave him a first down here.
Huge penalty.
That is a big penalty, as Nathan said, and it's, again, the momentum starting to slowly go in South Aiken's way if they can capitalize on this.
Have a dead ball, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty will result in a first down, White.
And not only is it a first down, but a huge chunk of yardage as well.
Yeah, so they're out the midfield just like that.
Only 48 point. The scoreboard says 48.6. We're going with 48.5. We'll split the difference and say 48, 5.5. And now the officials want to talk. Well, they heard us. So it'll actually be 48.6 seconds.
See, now I'm impressed with your power, John. You say it, they stop everything.
No idea how much control I have. Trips to the near side on the bottom of your screen. Bryant, flush from the pocket, rolling, looking, throwing, plays dead.
Plays dead. It was intercepted, but he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. The whistle blew before the ball was in the air.
Yeah, William Robinson was able to get the football, but luckily for South Aiken, that does not count.
And still 40 seconds
yeah,
on the clock.
Tucker Bryan trying to make something happen there. We saw a little bit of that in the Thursday night NFL matchup last night where Tua trying to throw the ball away, but he was pressured and just didn't put enough on it, picked off and run back for a touchdown.
Later suffered that concussion.
Yeah.
And how ironic that he ran into DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
On that play. Bryant this time rolling left and completing up to the 40. Look at the 37-yard line. Got across the 40.
Nice catch, Blaine Drake.
Drake's had a nice first half.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryan with a really good throw there.
This time they'll go to Edwards. Inside the 35, toward the 30, pick up a 5, and now Chris Hamilton will call timeout with 18.2 seconds left.
Well, again, we've seen them go up top for a touchdown in this similar spot of the field. You've got 18 seconds left. You have time for more than one play, but
you're at the, what did we decide? The 30-yard line, roughly. I mean, you're going to get, at minimum, 3 shots at it. But if you run the ball, you do have 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
So if you run Edwards, you got to be judicious with your play calling.
I think if you do give it to Edwards, you got to go outside with it, or either a screen pass or something to the outside to him, so maybe he can get out of bounds if there's not a lot of room.
But if you're Barnwell, you don't you can't necessarily be sure they're going to throw the ball all 3 downs.
No, not at all. I mean, their best weapon is number 10, and obviously McLeod has stepped up and made a couple of nice plays tonight, but still their guy that they want to make this offense go is number 10, Javon Edwards.
So if you didn't have a number 10 back there, you could drop everybody deep and just try to knock something down. But And hold everything again.
Unsportsmanlike, maybe.
We're going to have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the red sideline. 15 yards. Still gonna give us the first down.
That's huge.
Wow.
Unsportsmanlike against Barnwell's sideline.
I got a feeling Brian Smith's a little red-faced right now. He's probably not happy with that.
You talked earlier about things you'll hear about at halftime.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's going to move Lakeside all the way down to the 15-yard line inside the red zone, 1st and 10. And you see the scoreboard in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. 18.2 ticks left.
What will the Thoroughbreds dial up here?
You got more options now, for sure.
It's Edwards. And Edwards breaks free inside the 10.
Oh, look at that.
The 5. Edwards, touchdown.
What a cut to the outside by Edwards. They capitalized on the miscue. Couple of 15-yard penalties on that drive against Barnwell's defense, and South Aiken makes them pay, and they're right back in this thing. 9th
touchdown carry of the year for Javon Edwards from 15 yards out.
How about 59 for his career? Every time he scores, he establishes a new school record. Great job breaking tackles and getting to the outside.
Yeah, leading rusher in T-Bred's history, also the leading touchdown scorer in T-Bred history. And just like that, Jack Ziegler for the point after, and Ziegler is true. Well, we got a ball game, fellas.
How about that?
Wow.
We said they need to score, get a stop, get the ball back. Didn't exactly go as we drew it up with the 15-yard penalties, but they took advantage of some Barnwell miscues and made them pay on it.
So a one-score game with still 10.5 seconds left here in the first half.
Wow, what a turn of events. The big pass play on 4th down got them right back in this thing, and an early candidate for Powerade play of the game for sure.
Yeah,
probably
really just seemed to energize this whole South Aiken sideline.
And the best catch we've seen all year,
by far.
Yeah.
So, if South Aiken were to pull this one off, that's the leader in the clubhouse for play of the game.
Yep. Kyson McLeod with that big catch, and now, of course, the touchdown run from Javon Edwards, and just like that, the Thoroughbreds down 19-0 not that long ago are right back in it.
Well, we called it a horse race, and right now we're at the halfway point, or about to be, 8.7 seconds.
It's so crazy the ebb and flow of the momentum and how it switches, because Barnwell could do nothing wrong. I was worried about South Aiken's defense giving up, and now all of a sudden on the Barnwell side, now they're frustrated over the penalties, but now they are the team that looks frustrated, and South Aiken's got a little pep in their step.
All Barnwell in the first half or quarter, all South Aiken so far here in the second quarter. And from its own 30, we'll see if Brian Smith just elects to get into the locker room and regroup.
Yeah, I would assume that's what he's going to do. Not a super quick strike offense. Cam Austin throws it about 9 or 10 times a game.
And that's what they will do.
Yep.
And that will take us to the half. And what an entertaining first half it was. South Aiken right back in it. But Barnwell leads 19-13, and Kira Goldstein as the coach of the Barnwell Warhorses, Brian Smith.
Coach, South Aiken gaining some momentum. How do you stoke the fire in your guys, get them to play clean, aggressive ball like they did in the first quarter?
We made two mistakes. We had a touchdown on that pass to start the last drive, and then we, came out and just went stupid as coaches down here talking to the refs. So, we got to solve some problems on our own at halftime and just come back out and do the things that we did early in the game to run the football and win.
Your offensive line has contributed to each of the touchdowns that you do have on the board. What is really working for that O-line?
Yeah, they're playing well. Their physicality they've had has been really good, and we've stressed that all week. But we got to hang on the ball. We had to turn over the first play. our first drive, and then we've come out and had a couple times we got ourselves behind the sticks. We got to do a little better job on first down.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Kira, appreciate it, and thanks for the time to Coach Brian Smith. And it, you know, he said it. They had the game under control and just sort of allowed South Aiken back in it. So we'll hear what Chris Hamilton has to say when he comes back out after the halftime. But right now at the break, it is Barnwell 19, South Aiken 13. The halftime show is coming ready. The Kimberly Clark halftime show is headed your way right after this on Game Night Live.
Back to week 5 of Game Night Live. I'm your sideline reporter, Kira Goldstein, and we're here at Mac Weir Stadium where the Barnwell Warhorses are on top of South Aiken 19-13. The energy in this stadium is electric. You cannot deny it. Now it's time to take a closer look at the culture of Barnwell.
It's been great. You know, it's my first year as principal. I've been here for the last 4 years as athletic director and served in some other admin roles, but it's been wonderful. I've enjoyed my time here since the first day I came in, right when COVID was starting, and so we were able to weather the storm here with COVID, and our administration has always been real supportive throughout that process, and even throughout, even today, there's various things that go on in and around our buildings. Our administration at our district level is incredible, and you know, they make this place a priority, every school in our district.
This is the only job in an academic setting that I've ever had. I cannot imagine myself anywhere else. The culture here, the kids are great, the staff is great. I mean, we have a really strong family here in Barnwell, and I can't imagine myself going anywhere else.
I'm not from this area. I was actually born in New Jersey, raised in Massachusetts, where I went to school and college. Met my late husband. We lived in upstate New York, and then 9 years ago we moved down here to South Carolina, to Barnwell. We were looking for something in the South that had nice weather, and I saw that they had a PE opening, and at the time we were looking to try to buy land, and at the time there was a lot of land available in Barnwell, and I just happened to end up here in Barnwell.
It has been fantastic. I have actually been at Barnwell High School for about 8 years now. I'm on my 26th year of teaching, so I've taught middle school before this. Got burnt out with middle schoolers. Came up to here, and I graduated from Barnwell High School. So it was like coming home for me. It's where I wanted to be originally when I graduated from college, and it's just a very welcoming environment with the faculty and the students.
It's been a change. It's been something that you know, you're really probably never prepared for this job until you go through the day-to-day aspects of it. But our faculty has been phenomenal. They've been very, very supportive. There's a lot of people that I work with as colleagues, and just try to support them. And they've done a lot to support me as well. And so every day's a new experience, and every day's a new day. But you know, I feel like every day we're getting a little bit more comfortable in this role.
Faculty is fantastic. Honestly, we have a family here, and I know that sounds so cliche to say, but I mean, we check on each other outside of work. We spend lots of time together. We go to church together. I mean, you can't have Barnwell without the community, and you can't have Barnwell High School without our faculty and our community that we've built within the walls of the school.
You know, I taught for 8 years in Massachusetts, 4 years in upstate New York, and this is absolutely the best school district I have ever worked for. The students, the faculty, and our administration are just absolutely amazing and very supportive.
I had been teaching middle school for about 16 or 17 years, and I needed a change. I loved middle school for years and years and years, and I started just feeling discontent. And I wasn't sure if I needed to get out of teaching or if I just needed to move. And so I applied to move up to the high school, and I realized that I just needed the change. I needed a different type of challenge and a different environment, and it worked. I'm happy where I am now.
I mean, there's going to be struggles along the way, but as long as you stay true to who you are and what you stand for and your values, I think that really sets you up for success. Just show people that you care. I mean, caring and kindness goes a long way, and you're going to catch more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. And I mean, these kids, they respond to the relationship that you try to build with them, and they respond to the kindness and the grace that you show them. So between empathy and kindness and just staying true to who you are, whether you are the new student coming in or even the new teacher coming in. I think it shows others around you the goodness and the pureness of your heart.
We just want this experience to be a wonderful experience for you. You only get 4 years in high school. That's all they give you. But it's an experience that you're going to talk about for the rest of your life. And so we want to make sure that we provide every opportunity and every experience that we possibly can, so that when you sit back 10, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to talk positive about your time here at Barnwell High School.
Well, don't go anywhere. There is so much more excitement in store at halftime, and then we'll have the second half of the game between Barnwell and South Aiken when we return. In the meantime, take a look at this. Welcome back to our Game Night Live halftime show, South Aiken at Barnwell. I'm here with my very good friend, Tom Powers. Tom, we got some people in the stands yelling your name. Why does everyone here seem to know you?
Well, about 35 years ago, I bought my first franchise in McDonald's here in Barnwell, and that's some of the people that still recognize me.
What is your role now at McDonald's? Can you walk us through what that's like for you?
I just usually hang out at the stores every morning, get a cup of coffee, talk to the crew kids, talk to the managers, sometimes go to the bank, get their money, get their change orders, just have a good time with all the kids.
How long have you been with McDonald's? You mentioned 35 years?
That was as an owner. Now you want me to tell my age.
I'm sorry.
I started in 1971 as a crew kid in high school, sophomore, and then become an operator.
You're hitting a really important point. High school kids working at McDonald's. What are some of the opportunities available to high school kids?
Well, you work for us, you can get a free scholarship online. Besides, if you drop out of school, you can get a GED, but we got management, we got people practices, we got all kinds of positions open.
And there's a lot of philanthropy that you guys do, a lot of giving back to the community. Can you talk through some of that?
Well, this is like one. We support all the athletics and academics. You know, Friday Night Lights, Friday Night Football, Academics Scholar of the Year Award. We do a lot of things giving back to all the schools.
Yeah, we're going to be giving out our McDonald's Players of the Game awards later. What are some of the best parts about being able to, as you said, come back home?
Well, I mean, this is almost like coming back home, except here on the field, I'd be at McDonald's ready for all these people to show up.
All right, my last question. What are some of the most special things happening at McDonald's right now? Some promotions and exciting stuff happening in the store.
Well, we got the $5 meal we're doing. We got the 40-piece nugget. And, of course, it's that season. We got pumpkin pie.
Yes, we are ready for the pumpkin. We are ready for the fall. Thank you so much, Tom Powers. We appreciate it. Thank you. On the sideline with South Aiken, head coach Hamilton. Coach, some big momentum in the second quarter. How do you want to see that continue in the second half?
Just come out and do what we do, man. I mean, I told them all week, we got to play our daggum ball. If we do that, we'll be fine. So I'm sure we got plenty of suggestions, but yeah, just do what we do.
That touchdown pass by the crowd is what really got the momentum going. How did your team build on that to close out the game?
Bowen said he didn't have.
There we go.
He said he didn't have a 4th and 19. I said, yeah, you do throw to him. We all know.
All right, guys, send it over to John.
All right, our thanks to Coach Hamilton. Thank you, Kira. That's the Kimberly-Clark halftime show here at Game Night Live. 19-13 Barnwell leading South Aiken here at the half. And one of the more exciting games we have, but many games going on across the area. We had a lot of games moved up to last night, but still a lot going on across the area, AB.
All right, let's take a look at them. Evans fell behind early, 14-0, but they battled back a little bit. It's 28-14. They're taking on a very good Brunswick team. Westside is undefeated. Lee Hutto's team can play defense. They're having their hands full with Riante Burr, the talented running back for Hepzibah, but they do lead 14-7. Lakeside continues to play great football. They lead South Effingham 28-7. One of the better matchups of the night, North Augusta Strom Thurmond. That game is 7-7. They're almost dead even in yardage as well. Harlem on top of Baldwin, 17-0. Burke County looking good again as Franklin Stevens' team starting to play really good football. 14-3, they lead there. Washington Wilkes leads over Butler. And from last night, Lincoln County held on to beat Elbert County. What a game for them. Elbert County's a good football team. That was a big win for the Red Devils.
All right, so there's your Game Night Live scoreboard. Second half is next here on Game Night Live. I hope you enjoyed the Kimberly-Clark halftime show, and we're ready for the second half kickoff. And as the PA announcer said it best right before we came back from the break, we got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, we do. First quarter was all Barnwell, but South Aiken battled back and finished strong, and now we have a one-score game.
And South Aiken receives the second half kickoff. And how about this? Look the flag on the right side of your screen, so that'll come back.
I tell you, he's a good return man, but yeah, that one's going to likely come back.
Yeah, Keon Razor.
I might stick him.
We're going to have holding.
I might stick him in there on offense a little bit the way he runs.
10 yards, first down.
John, can get in the QBs by the quarter for the second quarter while they're settling this penalty here?
Yes, you may, Nathan.
So Brian was 8 of 10 for 56 yards and a touchdown for South Aiken. Had that nice touchdown pass. And then Austin was 3 of 4 for 27 yards, and he has 20 yards on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns.
And your QBs by the quarter, brought to you as always by Culpeper Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Good job, John.
Thank you, baby. So the T-Brads will start from their own 20 instead of up around the 45 where they would have been without the penalty. Eventually they will start. There we go. And it's Javon Edwards on first down.
There he goes.
And that is what makes him Javon Edwards, all the way up to the 34-yard line.
Well,
up 14.
As much as they corralled him, horse reference there, in the first half, he still had 83 yards on 16 carries and a touchdown. Now he's right at the 100-yard mark, and he's closing in on, he needed 35 yards in the second half to get to 5,000 for his career, and only in 33 games. So pretty remarkable.
So if my University of Georgia math is correct, he now needs 21. Won't get a chance here. Instead, they'll swing it out to the man of the first half, Kyson McLeod.
Well, we said in the first half, when will they go to McLeod? When will they go deep? They've had 3 big pass plays now to McLeod, and they missed one. So they're definitely putting a focal point on the sophomore who has got all sorts of potential.
Pickup of 8, be 2nd and 2 from the 41-yard line.
What a difference. I mean, the first quarter, it didn't look like South Aiken could do anything right. And, well, they're dialing it up now. Coach Hamilton mixing up the plays well with the run and the pass.
Edwards, as he often does, makes the first man miss, but the second 3 are there to stop him.
Still able to pick up decent yardage. So they get the first down. The South Aiken team, what a stretch of games, though. Lakeside, North Augusta, and Barnwell in successive weeks. That is no joke.
Lost their Region 4 Quad A opener last week to North Augusta. Back out of region this week. They'll resume the region schedule next week at Brooklyn Casey. But business 10-2 here on first down from the 45-yard line. And up there midfield.
Yeah, Edwards is going to pick up about 3. South Aiken fans not happy that he was thrown down at the end of that play. You heard them just running, looking for a little lane, a little crease in the middle. Like you said, if he can make one miss, and we saw him on the touchdown earlier. So South Aiken on the move here, first drive of the second half. And remember, this game was at one point 19-0 if you're just joining us, but Strom Thurmond, or South Aiken that is battled back.
Yeah, 13 unanswered for the T-Breads. Bryant running for his life, trying to get to the sideline, and he will. And it may give him 2.
Well, what confidence, Tucker Bryan's got to have in after that big throw on fourth down to get him going, and he's made a couple of nice throws since then, making some good decisions with the football as well.
A good-looking shot down the line of scrimmage brings up 3rd and 8. And we are showing 10:44 on the clock. The scoreboard is showing 9:44 on the clock. We'll keep you up to date as best we can. Bryant. It is complete. It is a first down.
I love the play
for
call
South
there.
Aiken. Boy, threw it to the stick and then dove forward and got the extra yard he needed.
And that's Drake again.
Yeah, Blaine Drake had a big first half, 27 yards in the first half, and picks up 12 crucial yards here in the first down.
Well, they faked to Edwards, and that froze the entire defense, and Drake was wide open. So a nice play call, nice play design and execution as well. And Brian continues to throw accurate passes for this thoroughbred offense.
Into Barnwell territory at the 44-yard line. This is Edwards to
Here
the
he
corner.
comes.
Edwards. Oh, what a move.
What a
Edwards,
move.
sideline.
What a move.
Touchdown. His 60th of his career.
What a move by Javon Edwards, running right at us. Oh, my goodness. He is special, and that is career 100-yard game number 27.
Wow.
In just 33 games.
Most other backs would have just gone out of bounds. He's
Yeah.
right near the sideline, and he's fighting for a touchdown on every single play.
Oh, that move
right there.
That cutback. I mean, that 4th down play is a play, but that was pretty good, too, for our possible power play of the game.
45 yards, and now it'll be Jack Ziegler for the point after. And Ziegler stayed out on the field for most of halftime, practicing, and after having a couple of missed kicks in the first half, and he will start the second half with a miss here as well. So, what a turn of events. South Aiken and Barnwell. Brand new ball game, 20-19. Both sides of this stadium still buzzing about that 45-yard touchdown run by Javon Edwards.
Yeah, special player. We just got a message from one of the viewers who's been watching us for a long time. He used to live in Kansas City. He's kind of moved around. He said that's the best run he's seen on Game Night Live since he's been watching the games.
So now we'll see how the Warhorses can answer. And a pretty good return up across the 35-yard line.
Well, they got to get the momentum back. All the excitement and momentum kind of shifted from one side to the other. And this South Aiken team is fired up. 19 unanswered points to get them back in it.
So the Warhorse start first from 1st and 10, I should say, from the 35-yard line.
And let's see what Brian Smith's squad can do here.
And Barnwell still led, and before that Edwards touchdown, still led in total offense. They had 165 or 67 in the first half.
Yeah, they just got to go back and be, not try to get it all, but try to get any big plays. Just do what they do best: run the football. Every now and then let Austin hit them with a pass. I mean, like I said, you've had a rough little stretch here, but it's still 19-19. You've shown that you can run the ball on this team. You've shown you can stop them as well.
Well, to your point about running the ball, I said 167 total yards in the first half. 140 of that was on the ground for Barnwell. All right. Well, Austin will heave it.
Well, penalty flag down
but
as
the
well.
penalty's going to
in the area
indicate any of that.
Yeah.
And it is.
The reason I keep harping on the stats for Javon Edwards' career is because usually when a guy's been a 4-year starter and they've played in a good program, they're playing 12, 13, 14, 15 games a year. He has not done that.
Yeah.
He's played 9, 11, 9,
holding
and 3.
on the offense,
and
10
he still has
yards, replay
60 touchdowns and over 5,000 yards. It's unbelievable.
Well, the officials didn't see that the clock was running there. About 20 seconds ran off.
So major milestones tonight for Javon Edwards, but they're still in a fight with Barnwell.
That is Sturkey.
Yeah.
But he is stopped for nothing.
And we haven't really heard much from him tonight. They need to get him involved. He's also a leader on the defense and haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. The defensive back saw what was coming, but he just couldn't get there quick enough. Austin got it out fast.
Austin to the air. And South Aiken equal up. Hang on.
I got a flag down out there in the area, maybe a pass interference.
Yeah, I was thinking PI. We will find out. Right now.
I have defensive pass interference. It's a 15-yard penalty. Result will be a first down.
That's a huge break for Barnwell. And if you're South Aiken, all the momentum was going your way. This is the type of stuff that took the momentum from Barnwell, the penalties they had late in the first half, and now you're returning the favor with a gimme there. That pass was incomplete. You're doing a great job on defense, and you give them a free first down.
Well, South Aiken benefited from some penalties in the first half.
Yeah.
Now it's Barnwell's turn. Good tough run, probably 5 yards on first down. This time it's Peoples. And bring up third down. Again, one of 3 Peoples on this roster for Barnwell. Any given play, you're likely to have a Peoples involved.
Yeah, that and really the whole area in South Carolina, because remember Jonathan Peoples, it was at Midland Valley, then Silver Bluff. And, of course, this Barnwell team's had several over the years.
Looking at their roster, because there's always, there's one, Jalen Creech. There's always a Creech here at Barnwell.
There is. Yeah, one of the best. Yeah, we had one of the best performances we had in the Border Bowl was from a Creech.
You bet. So Barnwell picks up the first down.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, you're keeping the drive going. You're keeping their offense off the field.
Kira points out there are 2 Creeches actually on the roster. So the tradition continues here for the Warhorses. As does this drive, 1st and 10 with 5:36 left to play in the third quarter. Not much on first down.
No. But like I said, you're keeping South Aiken's offense off the field. You're eating up clock. You're moving the football. No need to change anything. Just keep running the football. Look for your spots to throw it. And the biggest thing, no penalties, no turnovers. Play clean football.
Oh, man, made the first man miss, but not the second man. Yeah. Great stop by the South Aiken defense. That was Nick Starlings.
Well, Garrett Still slowed him down and allowed Starlings to get there. Still just missed him in the backfield. It would have been a heck of a play. But that was good pursuit by that South Aiken defense.
And now we have a Barnwell player shaken up.
And I believe is that number.
Yeah, it's Peoples.
Yep.
He's up. That's the good news. Walking very gingerly, though, back toward the Barnwell sideline.
First time we've called Nick Starling's name out. We had called it out several times in the Lakeside game. He played a heck of a game against the Panthers.
So an injury timeout
And if you're South Aiken, use this time to get refreshed, go back out there and try to get a stop and get your offense the football back. You've got all the momentum. You don't want to give up a score here and give that back over to the home team in the second half.
Well, you know how we're going to use this time?
How?
The Stump AB trivia question.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
3-1 this year, right?
I'm A.
Okay.
Batting 750.
We're upping
Put me in the Hall of Fame.
We're upping the degree of difficulty tonight.
I would imagine so.
We mentioned at the outset that the last time these two teams met was 2009. Name the two head coaches in that game.
Ooh. All right.
We'll let you think about that. We'll give you the answer in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, once Kira came back, you get the hard questions now. We gave you the softball ones.
That's a tough one.
And that was a 23-6 South Aiken victory, if that helps you at all.
It was South Aiken victory?
Victory. The only time South Aiken has beaten Barnwell.
Yeah.
Austin. Everybody on the South Aiken side, which is where we're sitting, screaming. You could probably hear them in our microphones, screaming, holding.
Well, nice play defensively there. Number 23, Jaden Riley on the coverage.
Now, everybody who was yelling holding is with us on the complete opposite end of the field.
Yeah.
But
I love it. Kira's kind of dodging some insects, and one of the coaches said, nothing here is going to kill you tonight. I love it. Love it.
So the Warhorses will have to give the ball up. Nice defensive stand by South Aiken after a promising drive for the Warhorses.
Great punt.
And it
was a good punt.
Flips the field for Barnwell. That is Lane Evans, who averages 40 a kick for Barnwell. And got in the coffin corner here. Well, South Aiken now trying to take the lead. And, you know, this is an election year, and everybody's looking at the presidential election. But South Aiken's looking at something different. On Election Day, they're going to be voting to extend the penny sales tax in Aiken County. And they are looking at basically redoing the entryway to their school. Take a look at the new entryway they would build with that penny sales tax money. It's all glass. It's very modern.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
A new security entrance, obviously very important now. And that's up for grabs. And again, it's not a new tax. They would be extending the existing tax. And they're having a series of meetings right now at all of the Aiken County schools to go over what would happen at each school, and that is what would happen at South Aiken. But if you watch News Channel 6 at 6 and 11, you already know all that.
Of course I did.
Getting you all up to date.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I already knew it. I could have done the story for you. Tucker Bryan trying to lead this team on what would be an incredible comeback. Have we had a 19-point comeback before?
We had a 25-point comeback.
Oh, that's right. We did.
Thanks again, AB. Appreciate that.
Here he goes.
Edwards doing what he did. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. We had that Thompson-Burke County game at halftime where we thought the game was over, and Burke County came roaring back.
I mean, at one point when Nathan gave us the stats, it was 140 yards to like 20-something. I mean, it was all Barnwell. And now all of a sudden, South Aiken has just got it going. And there's been some good play calling on both sides of the field, but South Aiken in the second quarter and even in this third quarter, some really good play calling by Coach Hamilton's staff.
Under 3 minutes now in the third. Edwards.
Oh, great tackle.
Just short of the first down.
Great tackle that time by Jaquan Peoples. Edwards approaching 150. His career average is about 155.
Yeah, he's just over 150 now.
Just over 150 now.
This time they'll throw it out to McLeod, who had the big touchdown catch in the first half.
Yeah, those little short passes could be setting up another deep pass because when they've gone deep, McLeod beat his man one time, and the other man, he just beat him for the ball. The other time, excuse me. This time, good fake to Edwards, and McLeod open in the flats.
The 40-yard line is where they need to get, and they'll have it. Just enough for the first down as we go under 1:30 in the third quarter. And a flag comes in. And you would think that might be a personal foul. It was well after the play. Been a relatively clean game.
Yeah. The only penalties were the
All right,
big
result of the
15
play is
yarders.
fourth
Yeah,
down.
other than
We have
that,
a
it's been
dead
clean.
ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on White. Back him up 15, still going to be fourth down.
A huge penalty against the Thoroughbreds.
Well, now they're even, though, 2 15-yard penalties each. South Aiken, Barnwell had the 2 against them. Those were huge, though. It led to points, and now South Aiken with a couple of 15-yarders.
Yep, we got the punt now.
And punting from deep in their own territory. Barnwell with Jaquan Peoples standing at the 50-yard line. Come after it a little bit. That's a live football.
Ball is live. I think South Aiken got it.
South Aiken definitely thinks it does. Hang on, we'll see what the officials say.
Yeah. Yep.
South Aiken football. Wow.
Wow, what a big, big turnover.
Wait, now they're
they're saying Barnwell's got it. Ooh. Boy, it sure looked like South Aiken. Now, again, not at the bottom of the pile, but let's see if we can see this. It was a decent punt, but it was short enough that some of the up men, it hits one of them right there. Boy, good job fighting to get the football. I think the person it hit got the ball back right there. I think so. And if I'm not mistaken,
that's Jeremiah Edie.
Well, he did a good job getting back on the football.
Well, if it hits you, you better get back.
You better, yeah.
So Barnwell dodges a bullet there, and we'll have great field position. Still tied at 19.
Wow, that would have been a big one. So good hustle by Edie to get the football back for Barnwell, and now, like you said, good field position as we're closing in on the end of the third quarter here.
From the 45. And Barnwell would like to call time and talk about it.
First of the half.
Gives us a chance to check out what's going on the Means Report this week.
It is stronger than you could ever imagine. It is easy to get, and it is killing dozens of people right here at home. An in-depth look at the fentanyl crisis on the Means Report.
At the Means Report this and every Monday at 12:30 on WJBF News Channel 6. Not exactly a spot where I was thinking they wanted to take a timeout. In a game this close, you want to save them all as much as you can, but clearly Brian Smith didn't like something. Don't forget Football Friday night coming your way. It's an interesting Football Friday night tonight because it's sort of a combination of Football Friday night and Football Thursday night, as we had a lot of games moved to last night due to what was expected to be inclement weather tonight. It's actually turned out to be quite nice. But back at Television Park, our brand new sports director, Gianna Cephalou, and Graham Lee and Mike O'Neill getting ready to cover all of tonight's games and recap last night's game. AB and I will put a bow on this one for you. All coming your way at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. And you saw on our scoreboard during the Kimberly Clark halftime show, some good games across the area tonight.
Yeah.
All right, now we're ready on first down. And that was Brown again.
Speaking of those good matchups, one that South Aiken, I'm sure when they're done tonight, going to try to figure out what happened with North Augusta Strom Thurman.
One of the better rivalries in our area, boy, when those two teams get together.
And it's a tight game, and there have been a couple of touchdowns for both teams, I think, called back in that one from what I'm hearing too. So
inside the final 45. And
we got timeout, Red. They're second of the half.
There we go. So Barnwell has to call another timeout with 10 seconds, 10.7 to be exact, to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, they were trying to run somebody off, and just a little mix-up there.
Well, that's the kind of things that will drive a coach batty. So the proceedings have ground to a halt here after a fairly brisk first half.
Well, it gives me a chance to tell you about tonight's hometown game game of the week sponsor, brought to you by Alexander and Alexander Attorneys at Law, proudly serving Barnwell County. If you've been hurt in an accident, you need trusted local advocates right here in your community. Alexander and Alexander focus on personal injury cases, delivering real results for serious injuries. As Barnwell residents, our attorneys at Alexander and Alexander are serious advocates for serious injuries, fighting for your rights. Visit Alexander Attorneys, that's AlexanderAttys.com, or stop by their office on Main Street in Barnwell, just steps from the courthouse. Saw their billboard as I was coming in.
Beautiful downtown Barnwell. Yeah. Great place to get away for a weekend as we get back underway here. And another stoppage, another flag.
We're going to have a dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Be 5 yards. Still going to be second down.
By the way, I didn't get a McDonald's I'm loving it in, so I'm definitely going to get the Alexander and Alexander tagline. Alexander and Alexander, where your justice is our priority.
Very nicely. Very nicely done.
Thanks, man.
So eventually, we're going to run a play here. I promise. And it was worth the wait for Barnwell.
Yeah, direct snap and a good run by Peebles.
Yeah, Peebles down inside the 20-yard line. So the Warhorses into the red zone. Clock's going to stop at 3.1. And so we still have one more snap here as they're in the in-motion red zone.
So now Brian Smith runs Cam Austin back out on the field, his starting quarterback, and had him out for that last play, that Wildcat.
Wild horse.
Yeah.
As Austin this time will keep. The quarter will end, and he will have a couple. And the third quarter will end right where we started the night. All square. 12 minutes left to decide this one in Barnwell. All tied at 19. One quarter left between the Warhorses and Thoroughbreds. This horse race coming down to the wire. Second down and 5. And it's going to be third and at least that.
Yeah, great surge by the defense there. Number 33, Bryson Braxton in on the play.
Big play here because kicking has been a struggle tonight for both teams.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they are in field goal range here.
More tough sledding. Going to be about 3 short. Bring up 4th and about 4.
We've had games, where we had some hitting. I mean, Aquinas Hepzibah, one of the best ones in terms of that. I don't know that we've had one more physical up front. It might be just because we're down on the field, but the offensive and defensive lines going at it in this one.
So is Barnwell going to reach for a long field goal here? It is Lane Evans. His long is 41.
Well, he's great, though. 10 of 11 on extra points, 1 of 2 on field goals. He's also averaging 40 yards a punt. And he also gave the prayer before the game.
That he did. This one's from 37-ish.
Be short.
And just not quite enough. And South Aiken holds. The Thoroughbreds take over.
And some of the coaches out there getting the team fired up after that stop. And now the Thoroughbreds take back over. You were starting to sense maybe the Warhorses were taking the momentum back, but big stop there for South Aiken.
And again, all eyes turn to number 10.
And I just had a decent comparison. And, man, this is going to be a big one for you. Somebody messaged me and said, he reminds me a little bit of Warwick Dunn.
Oh, that's high praise indeed.
High praise indeed.
For both of us.
Florida State and Atlanta. Yeah, that's right.
Bryant keeps. He'll have a big gain.
Yeah, Tucker Bryant with a nice fake and run. And, again, that comes from having number 10. You fake it to Edwards. Everybody's following Edwards. Bryant able to pick up decent yards around the right side. It's a first down.
Robinson stopped him, but not before he picked up the first down. A Hawk Law Group first down.
South Aiken trying to rally and complete this great comeback, down 19-0 early. They have the ball, the momentum.
And that clock.
Yeah.
They are in no hurry to run this play. It'll be Edwards for a couple.
Yeah, Javon Edwards. Again, you can contain him and contain him, and then all of a sudden he has 1 or 2 of those little runs where it's just like, wow. Again, he broke his own school record tonight with touchdowns number 59 and 60 on the ground, and he also eclipsed the 5,000-yard mark, another school record.
Yeah, pretty much everything he does at this point is breaking his own school record.
Yeah.
Flag in. We talked about when we had the Thoroughbreds on Game Night Live earlier this season at Lakeside. It was a struggle for them last year.
Yeah.
And Chris Hamilton got this team together and met with each individual player to start the offseason. And he said the theme they had was they've got to get tougher.
Yeah.
You mentioned the hitting earlier.
Yeah.
I'd say it worked.
Yeah, it's working for sure. And also what I love most, John, is a lot of teams, when you have struggled, you've lost a couple of games in a row, you had a rough year last year defensively, and you're down.
Low block on the offense, be 15 yards.
Big
that notwithstanding.
Replay it down.
And what I love, though, and you're down 19-0, and they didn't give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would have been really easy for them to roll over. The coaching staff didn't let them. We can hear them yelling, and they kept them in this game, and then a couple of things started to go their way, and the momentum swung. Not to say this game, I mean, certainly Barnwell's got just as good a chance to win it, but you got to give a little bit of credit to South Aiken there for not giving up when they fell behind so quickly in this one.
That said, it is,
second and 24.
Big
second short Uber/Lyft ride.
Tucker Bryan, the senior quarterback, first year as a starter. Started a couple of games last year due to injury.
Edwards.
Great run.
Really nice pickup on second down. Unfortunately for the Thoroughbreds, still well short of the original line of scrimmage. The third, about 15.
That was heck of a run, but like you said, when it's second and 24, even if you pick up 10, 11 yards,
This is a pretty big play for Barnwell trying to get off the field.
Yeah. Are they content to run? Do they go up to McLeod? He has definitely been the target they go to.
He is at the left-hand part of your screen, and
they're
going
going
to
the other way.
exactly that.
Got him.
It is complete to McLeod, and it is a first down. Great call, AB.
Man, oh man. What I tell you, you got to give Tucker Bryan, credit as well. McLeod's making these plays, but Bryan's putting the ball out there where he can do it. Man, what a fourth down play earlier, now this third down play. And he threw that off his back foot on the money. Beautiful throw by Tucker Bryan. Wow.
And this South Aiken offense, I know they struggled early in this game, but when you can keep the defense honest with somebody like Edwards.
Yeah.
And as soon as you start to, if you can bottle up Edwards, then the next thing you know, you can go up top.
And Edwards rolled to the left, so it looked like maybe they were setting up the screen for him, and then they go deep to the right. Tough to deal with that.
Oh, wow. Picked off by the Warhorses. Huge play for Barnwell.
We were just talking about Tucker Bryan being on the money, and let's see what happened here. They try to throw it. Errant pass, tipped and intercepted it. I know that it was a tip pass, but he still threw that pass a little bit high. The receiver still got his hand on his hands. You got to catch that, but boy, that's a tough break for South Aiken. But opportunistic Barnwell right there, ready to make the play. So
Jaden Pinckney, a senior defensive back, with the play of the second half so far for Barnwell.
I love the back and forth. These two teams doing battle. These coaches, it's like a chess match, and really good game so far.
It's Brown for 4.
Yeah, we hadn't called his name much in the second half. He got off to a big start. But with Brown, Austin, Brown, and Peebles, they've got 3 really good people that can run the football. I mean, Austin, the quarterback, and then 2 good running backs.
This is Peoples. And flags in.
There's going to be a holding call, I believe.
So negate that.
The person I think they need to get going last year was their leading receiver, and that's Logan Sturkey. He caught one ball early in the first half, but hadn't called his name much. So it was such a clean game, but penalties have become a story. We've had a lot of 15-yarders.
Second down.
And now that's a big one as well. Negated a really nice play for Barnwell. Really one of the best offensive plays Barnwell's had in a while.
So make it second and hard to tell from here, but we're going to say second and about 14.
Same play, other side.
Yep. And a flag comes in again. Boy, you're right, AB. It's gotten a little bit ugly with the penalties.
Yeah, that was Logan Sturkey who did catch that. And this is going to be all the it seems like all these penalties are big ones. It's not like the 5-yard offsides or anything like that. This might be another 15-yarder here.
Have a personal foul, face mask on the defense. Be a 15-yard penalty, will result in a first down.
I mean, that's 3 15-yarders on South Aiken,
Yep.
2 on Barnwell.
And a huge break for Barnwell. It'll put them into South Aiken territory, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Still a long way to go in this ball game. The fake to the receiver, but it's going to be the run to the right, and it's going to be another big gainer for Barnwell. Brown fooled everybody.
It was a nice fake. But, you all in practice, you always yell at the quarterback, go through your with the play because of this. That fake sealed things. Some of those defensive guys froze, and it allowed Brown to have some yardage. That's why every time in practice you go through that and finish that play out.
Cameron Austin and Nehemiah Brown caught everybody napping on that one. 1st and 10. And another big gain for the Warhorses.
Yeah, this is looking like what we saw in the first quarter from Barnwell.
Just feeding Nehemiah Brown.
Yeah.
Let's see what they give him. 6. 2nd and 4. Warhorses taking their time. Austin will keep. He's in the red zone. Austin still moving his feet down to the 11-yard line.
Nice run. He's their leading rusher coming into the game, and they've done a good job holding him in check, have South Aiken, but that was a really nice run by Cam Austin.
Had 2 touchdowns in the first half and gets the Warhorses into the in-motion red zone. They marked him down back at the 13-yard line. The fake again, but it's Brown close to the goal line.
Yeah.
Going to be a couple of yards shy.
I mean, this has been a really impressive drive by Barnwell.
And I believe he's got the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal inside the 3.
Closing in on the 5-minute mark here in this one as well.
Austin looking for his 3rd score of the night. Not yet.
Yeah, good job there by big number 52, Tyson
Another
Braxton.
Another flag. The flag came in after the play.
Yeah.
Gonna have a dead ball, personal foul on the defense. It'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty. First down.
This
Or
was not a
second down,
15-yarder technically because it's only half distance a goal, but another big penalty.
So the football just outside the 1-yard line. And Austin trying to get the push. I don't think he quite got there. 2nd and goal.
Thank you. Third and goal. South Aiken trying to keep him out of the end zone here. You're so close. If you don't get on 3rd, do you kick or do you go for the touchdown here?
In a game like this, I try to get it in. Austin.
He's in.
Won't matter. Touchdown, Barnwell. Austin's 3rd of the night.
3rd of the night for Cam.
And with 4:16 left, the Warhorses go back in front after 19 unanswered from South Aiken.
Huge extra point coming up, too.
You bet.
We've seen South Aiken really struggle with their point afters. So if they are able to score, this could be the difference in the game, this kick.
Evans, who was 10 of 11 on PATs coming into the game. Well, he didn't leave a whole lot of doubt on that one.
No, no doubt. That was a big kick, though.
So with 4:16 left to play, Warhorses lead by 7. South Aiken will try to answer. Welcome back to Barnwell for the final 4:16. South Aiken trying to even its record at 2-2. Barnwell trying to stay undefeated. Short kick. And good coverage by the Warhorses. South Aiken will start at its 29.
It's also time we start thinking about McDonald's offensive defensive player of this game. And, depending on who pulls this thing out, there's some good choices on both sides.
I was just going to say that we have no shortage of people to pick from on either side. That's always the tough thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea who's going to win this game right now, which is great for the game. Makes it hard to pick the winners.
This is where you expect your star to step up, though.
71 yards away from it are the T-Breads. First down, speaking of, it is Edwards.
And he's running right behind Ryan Lubeck, the H-back tight end who pulled on that play. And
number 88.
Yeah, there's Lubeck. He'll have a chance to play on Saturdays as well.
A few players on the field tonight that I think we'll see on Saturdays. Second and 5. Edwards.
Be close.
Third and about 2 yards. Third and 2, we'll call it. See Edwards. It's like Peoples was in on the hit. And now that it's all said and done, it's going to be more like third and less than a yard.
This is a huge play, though, if they can get a stop somehow and force a fourth down.
Edwards pushing, and he got the first down. It's really tough to stop him when he only needs a yard. And so fresh set of downs for South Aiken. Time's starting to become a factor here. 2:44 left to play. Chris Hamilton has all 3 of his timeouts.
Yeah, but they got a long way to go still. Big first down there, though. New set of downs and approaching midfield.
59 yards away. Edwards. They're trying to get him to break a big one, and he almost did. He is into Barnwell territory across the 45.
Yeah, it's still almost a 20-yarder.
He was one shoestring away from being gone.
And it's just, like I said, it looked like they shut him down and bottled him up for a while. Now he's approaching 200 yards. Guys, fun to watch.
Peoples again, I think, was the one who finally caught up to him.
Yeah. That was a big run, though. Now they're really in business on the Barnwell side of the field.
On first down. Oh, it's McLeod. Kept his feet inside the 25.
Did the ball come out there at the end? Yeah.
Fumbled it at the end.
South Aiken gets back on it.
So if South Aiken wins, it's hard not to give Javon Edwards player game. But then again, McLeod has been great. And Tucker Bryan's been pretty good. He did have the pick, but McLeod's been outstanding. The sophomore, great fake there, and just a really nice pickup.
Really good look at the fumble at the end of the play there.
And I think it just went out of bounds. So big pickup, and again, the fake to Edwards seizes that defense briefly. And if nothing else, gives Bryan time to throw the ball.
He's looking for the end zone.
Yeah, McLeod.
McLeod is there.
The flag is down, even if he dropped it. He almost made a great catch, but it's going to be pass interference.
Yeah. That's that one corner of the end zone we can't really see very well.
He can't. I thought he caught it. We couldn't see the end of the play. It looked like he made a catch, but could not see the very end.
Result of the play is an incomplete pass. We're going to have defensive pass interference. It's going to be half the distance, which will result in a first down.
You got the ball, though.
So another big penalty in this second half. Boy, so close to being another amazing grab for McLeod.
It looked like he caught the football.
He thought he definitely thought he
looked
did.
like a catch and looked like he had his feet in, too.
That looked like a catch. Wow.
But that's, wow. But as is, a huge first down. It'll be first. It's hard to tell from this angle. I can't tell if it's first and goal or just outside the 10 for South Aiken. Looks like it's just outside the 10.
Yeah, I think so.
.127. Again, Chris Hamilton has all 3 timeouts, so Edwards definitely an option. But instead, well, it will be Edwards. Cuts back, Edwards. No signal. He is to the 3-yard line. They'll mark it back at the 5, is where his knee went down. Under a minute to play now. Edwards. This time.
Is he in? He's in.
Yes,
touchdown.
in for 6.
You going for 2 here?
That's the big question.
Yeah, the question, do you go for 2? Your kicker has really struggled to even get the ball off the ground.
Well,
you've got the momentum right now. Looks like they're leaving Tucker Bryan in the game.
For 2 in the win with 45.5 seconds.
I like that they're leaving him in. At least you have the threat of the pass.
Yeah.
A lot of times they just line up kind of the straight, direct snap to him, and you don't really want to do that because everybody knows it's coming.
And with that timeout in their pocket, South Aiken will talk about it. That'll give us a chance to answer the Stump AB trivia question.
Oh, you're going to answer it? Oh, okay.
As AB is also feverishly trying to pick our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Again, if you weren't with us a little bit earlier, last time these two teams met, 2009. It was a 23-6 South Aiken victory. Who were the 2 head coaches the last time South Aiken and Barnwell met?
All right, so I'm going to start with Barnwell.
All right.
Let me miss that one first. So I think Dwayne Garrick was at Willis Nalco at the time. So I think Youngblood was here, maybe.
I'm going to let you give me both before.
Oh no, I know.
Okay,
Derek
yeah.
Youngblood would be my choice for Barnwell. South Aiken, you got me last time on Dan Pippen on the early side of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dan Pippen had already left and went to North Augusta in 09. It's close. He left sometime right in there. So and I think the only other name I can think of, I don't think Bob Paluski. He did. I think he briefly coached football, and he's the AD, the baseball guy.
You're asking me?
I'm thinking in my head. I'm going to go Bob Paluski.
And the answers are?
Oh, I forgot about Wrightenberry. Joey Still I would never get, but I should have gotten Wrightenberry. Tough one.
Joey Still has some success here at Barnwell.
That was a great question.
All right, here we go. 2 and the win with 45 seconds left. Well, I say the win. The lead. It would make it very difficult on Barnwell. Now we'll have another timeout. This one called by South Aiken.
White, their first of the second half.
Yeah, 26-25. Wow, what a game this turned out to be. It was looking bad early.
So are you using Edwards as a decoy, or are you giving him the ball?
I'm giving him the ball.
Yep.
I'm sorry, man.
100%.
He's too good. McLeod's been great, but he's better in open space down near the goal line. I don't think you can't give it to the best player. I get it. It would be a great play call and a gutsy play call if he does something else, but man, how do you not? If I'm gonna lose this football game, I'm gonna lose giving it to my best player, or not necessarily lose, but not take the lead here. How much time we got?
45.5.
Very, very similar to the Greenbrier game at this point.
Yeah.
Because you want to give it to your best rushers.
And Greenbrier, remember, had the penalty, so they had to kick.
Yep.
And they go to overtime, and they end up losing. They went for 2 again. And
kind of the same
yeah, Sean
thing with
Tierney, he was gonna go for 2 in the win.
Yeah. Wow, what a game, though.
So this isn't necessarily it.
Nope.
Barnwell's got no timeouts, though, and under a minute to play.
The key is they got to stop, right? They got to get a stop right here. Brian Smith. Let's see. Edwards is to the left of Tucker Bryan. And wow, it all comes down to this, possibly.
Here we go. For the lead with 45.5.
Lubeck. Now they're probably going to the right then. Lubeck. Oh, they are gonna throw it
into the end zone. It's caught. No, Barnwell says stop them. Wow.
The pass was low.
It was too low, intended
for Razor.
For Razor, whose name we've called all night long.
They
had such a great night returning
They had
kicks.
it. I think they had multiple people open. Great fake, and he just threw it low. He rushed the throw because he saw his guy open. He didn't get his feet set. And Tucker Bryan, who's been so on the money tonight, played the best game of his career probably. He's going to be kicking himself on that one.
All right, onside kick time.
So 26-25 is now the score.
Still 45.5 to play.
Wow. Came down to the 2-point conversion, possibly. Again, still a lot left. And let's see what South Aiken does here. Down 1, 45 seconds left, and they have to kick it off. So you know what's coming if you're Barnwell.
Yep.
You got to recover the football. You got to catch it. So let's see if they get their hands unit up there. I tell you, though, they got a lot of guys back. They don't have that many people up. Now they're telling them to come up, I think.
Got Edwards and Lubeck both.
Yeah,
on the side.
yeah. There's top players are all on this side. There it goes.
There's Edwards.
Oh, and it took a bounce. They about got it.
And South Aiken has it.
They got it. Oh, my
Holy
goodness.
smokes.
Great
Nick
kick.
Starlings, the man of the moment.
Great kick. That ball took that right bounce at just the right moment. And got a player, Starkey is slow to get up. It's a couple of their top players slow to get up on that play.
And Jack Siegler, who spent the entire halftime on this field working on his kicking, comes up with the onside kick of the season.
Wow. And not over yet.
It is not over yet. 41.7.
You saw the first guy down there on that kick. It was Edwards going down there to blow up one of the guys trying to recover the ball.
That's the little things like that are what makes him special. And I know Coach Hamilton was telling Kier some cool stories about him earlier today. Not only did he break that up and open it up but nobody happier right now than Tucker Bryan, who I know was disappointing himself on throwing that pass a little short.
Jaden Pinkney, the Warhorse player, shaken up. He had the big interception earlier in this half.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to be the defensive star early on. He still may be, but he had the pick that gave Barnwell the ball back, and then that's what ended up giving him the lead on that possession. But here we go. South Aiken back on the field. You got it. If I'm Brian Smith, and Pinkney is the player that's been covering McLeod, their top receiver, I might put 2 people on McLeod and not he's your deep threat. And, again, your best cover man that's been trying to handle him tonight is not in the game. They're going to put Peoples on him. Giving up a huge height advantage.
At the bottom of your screen, number 7.
Yeah, Peebles is giving up about 4 inches. Bryant's changing the play, it looks like.
Oh, high snap. Bryant being chased. Out of bounds.
Stops the
with
clock.
35.3.
I tell you, Tucker Bryant, I know that was kind of a busted play, but he's played a heck of a game tonight.
So the most important thing that happened on that play for South Aiken is the clock stopped.
Yeah. Still time left. What a game, man.
What a game.
What it's all about right here. Friday night, small town football in South Carolina.
And everybody in Barnwell on their feet. Bryant just missed Lubeck.
Well, he finally tried to go to Lubeck, and he threw it a little bit high that time, and Lubeck took a shot.
William Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson's played a really nice game for the Warhorses. Yeah, they tried to go to Lubeck. Again, they haven't called his number a lot tonight, and the ball just a little bit overthrown.
He's tall.
Yeah.
He's not quite that tall. Third down. Bryant. Again under pressure. Got to get out of bounds if you're Bryant. He does not. The clock continues to run under 20 seconds. And now stops with 19.
Yeah.
The Thoroughbreds take their second timeout.
I got timeout.
Well, that was a big one because it comes down to this play now.
Lets everybody catch their breath.
Yeah, if you're Brian there, you just got to get rid of the football. I mean, you got to
just throw it away.
Throw it away.
And now it's eerily quiet.
Yeah, fourth down and about 8.5.
The tough thing is with the time in the game, it's taking South Aiken's best player out of the game.
Yeah. You're right. If they had 2 minutes, you hand it to Javon Edwards a bunch. Instead, they couldn't do that. I still think I might have done it, or either throw a screen pass.
Because we've seen him break for 60 yards.
Now, though, you got to somehow get 9 yards. I mean, it's about 8.5 for the first down here on fourth down, and let's see what they dial up. The last time they had a big fourth down play at the end of the first half, they went up to McLeod, and he made an unbelievable circus catch for the touchdown. Are they able to pull off another fourth down play? That's the question.
Maybe we at least see something where they motion Edwards out of the backfield and get him in the receiving pattern as well, at least be a threat.
I remember that 95 season, the year I met Brian Smith, Josie had a 4th and 33. We're like, what could they possibly do? They threw it up to Deion Grant, and he got
That's what they
down.
can do. If South Aiken converts, the game continues. If they don't, Barnwell wins.
So here we go. Let's see. 3 men on the right side to the near side.
Edwards may motion out this way, maybe. Nope.
They're going to throw the screen to Edwards. He's got to get the first down. He
Edwards
gets it.
got the first down.
He's still on his feet.
To the 20.
He might get it.
Time to get the corner.
Are you kidding me?
Javon.
Are you kidding me? How was I considering anybody for player of the game other than him? Are you kidding me? Wait, somebody did say they should throw a screen pass.
Who was that?
Wow, what a play.
There are still 7.6 seconds left on the clock.
South Aiken is to our left, some of the members of the staff, and they are happy.
You got to put the ball in the hands of your best
player, man. Are you kidding me? I'm sitting there going, he's got to get out of bounds, but he's got to get the first down. Oh, wait, he might score.
He crossed the entire length of the field, outran everybody.
That's his 4th touchdown of the game, first receiving touchdown. Watch the moves he makes here. And when he gets right here, you're thinking, he's going to score. And look, McLeod is right there. I didn't have to. The block was that receiver. I'm not sure who that was.
There's nobody within 15 yards of him when he.
Unbelievable play. Great cutback across the grain. What a game.
The extra point was no good.
Now they've got to figure that out going forward for sure. That's been a struggle all game long.
But he did make the onside kick.
The onside kick.
Yeah, they'll take that all day.
I'll take that onside kick.
Yeah, but he didn't get frustrated. He stayed in the game, waited for his moment. He could have easily got frustrated. You didn't give me the ball on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
You didn't give me the ball on the entire drive.
Yeah. And like I said, we were considering players of the game. And the game isn't over yet, by the way, for both teams. And I even said, Edwards is obviously played great, but, man, McLeod was so good. But Edwards says, wait a second, I want the hardware. I didn't get a chance at Lakeside. We lost the game. I want the hardware. Game not over, though. Anything could happen here. And a touchdown, you don't need the extra point. A touchdown would give the Warhorses the lead, but it's going to take a Cal Stanford-type miracle for this one. What a play. 19 seconds left. They dump it off to Edwards, and he does the rest.
7.6 remain. Warhorses need a big return.
Well, yeah.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Ball game.
What a game. Great return, but what a game.
South Aiken comes into Barnwell and hands the Warhorses their first loss of the season.
They got all they can handle from the AA school, though. Brian Smith's Barnwell team is pretty darn good. But what a comeback. Down 19-0. They didn't give up. And I tell you, all the talk about Edwards and McLeod and Tucker Bryan, how about that defense holding Barnwell to 7 points the final 3 quarters?
Yep.
That is what I think Chris Hamilton's going to take away from this game.
The celebration continues for South Aiken.
Yeah, all this whole game we've been talking about the defense or the offense, and I didn't think about that defense has given up 1 touchdown the last 3 quarters. Pretty special night for them.
Which is why we have the offensive and defensive player of the game.
Yeah, and that's a defense that a lot of people have blamed the last few seasons.
The last 2 or 3 years, they've really struggled. And
they have grown up together, and they have gotten better. And, boy, they really stiffened their neck tonight. Kira Goldstein has the victorious head coach of the South Aiken Thoroughbreds, Chris Hamilton.
Coach, what an incredible win. How did your team hold on from down 19 to come back and get this done?
So listen, I told them, I said, hey, you got to go through tough times. Got to go through tough times. The experience to get, when you really get to the good times, you really enjoy them. And this team's had some tough times. I'm telling you, this team loves to fight. This team loves to get after it. This team does not quit. And I'm very proud of them. And last week, they kept going, I knew if we could get it to the 4th quarter, we'd be all right. And them boys just play hard. And I just love them to death. I love them to death.
Javon Edwards eclipsed 5,000 yards. He just won the game for you. What has his contribution to the team meant?
He is the best back in the state and maybe in the Southeast. And why he doesn't have a P4 offer, I don't know. I talked to multiple coaches. They say, Coach, he's not explosive. Are you kidding me? He is the best back in the state. There ain't no doubt.
That is the most explosive thing I have seen. Coach, my last question, how do you capitalize on this momentum as you move into region play?
We're going into region. Now it's time, and now they count. This really don't mean a whole lot except for pride. Now it's time to go get region, get the rest of them, try to get the rest of them, and hopefully North Augusta will slip up, but they're pretty good, so we'll see. I like my chances, though. I like these guys because they're always going to fight.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get to work. Thank you so much for the time. Guys, back to you.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks for your time. Kira, thanks. What a ball game. We will catch our breath, and we will come back with all the hardware, the hit of the game, the Powerade play of the game, and the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Still to come on the post-game show. What a finish in Barnwell. What a finish in Barnwell, where South Aiken has shocked the Warhorses. And it's time now to get our QBs by the quarter for the final time tonight, brought to you as always by Culpeper Lumber Ace Hardware.
Yeah, Bryant was 13 of 17 for 162. Really had a really good game. 2 touchdowns, had the 1 interception. And then on Barnwell's side, definitely was 5 of 7 for 34 yards, and did have the 3 rushing touchdowns when they were around the goal line. Definitely gave them the ball a good bit.
Yep.
And now it's time to go back to Kira for our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. I have a hunch on this one.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably guess who I have standing next to me. Javon Edwards, 200 yards on the night, 3 touchdowns, and you just won the game for your team. How did you go out there and get it done when you were down by 19 in the 1st quarter?
Well, I love this team, man. We practice all week, man. We've been grinding. Everybody been doubting us. They hit us in the mouth early, but we faced adversity, and we showed we can come through that. And I'm going to go to war for my boys any time of the day. They're my brothers, so I love them. They kept fighting for me. I kept fighting for them.
Coach came over here. He was bumping into you. He was screaming, you are the best back in the state, maybe the Southeast. That man loves you. He believes in you. What has his support meant to you?
Coach Ham's support means a lot. You know, I love Coach Ham. Ever since my freshman year, he's been by my side, encouraging me to step up my road each and every year, and he really helped me grow as a player.
All right, it's time to get into region play. We're going to give you some hardware right there. Thank you so much for the time. Congrats on the win. We're going to move over to defense. We got Garrett still here. Garrett, let's talk about the defense, because the defense tonight really stepped up and helped you win this game. How'd you get that done?
Man, we just had to work with each other, trusting each other, man. Believe each other. We all had our backs, and when something goes wrong, we can work with the team and get it back. The offense stepped up big. They got points back on the board for us. So, I mean, worked out good.
What did Coach say to you to keep your momentum high and to keep you guys aggressive and in this game?
He said, just focus on our stuff, and we'll get, when we give offense opportunities, good stuff will happen. And you can see good stuff happen when we gave offense opportunities. So he
Great.
said, work hard.
Thank you. Great stuff happened tonight. We got some hardware for you as well.
Congratulations.
We're going to give you that, guys. Some incredible athletes down here. An unbelievable game. We'll send it back to you to close out the show.
Yeah, congratulations to Garrett and to Javon. I'm going to nominate South Aiken in general for the all-interview team between Coach Ham and Garrett and Javon Edwards. Well done, gentlemen. Congratulations on a hard-fought win.
Well, and kudos to Edwards. Obviously deserved player of the game, but a big shout-out to Tucker Bryant and Kyson McLeod. McLeod had a monster game. He's only
the touchdown catch turned everything around.
The fourth down play turned everything around. He's only a sophomore. That kid has got a big future.
All right, we got some more hardware to hand out here, starting with our hit of the game. And there it goes.
Oh.
Nehemiah Brown had a huge first half, but stopped cold there on the second half.
I wonder what our play of the game is going to be.
So there you go. There's our hit of the game. Now, the Powerade play of the game. And I think we know what that's going to be. Javon Edwards.
38 yards, baby.
Inside the final 10 seconds. And didn't quite walk it off, but about as close as you could come. That sealed the deal for the T-Breads and their 19-point comeback to win this game against South Aiken. And with that, we can catch our breath. South Aiken, a big winner tonight over Barnwell, which reminds us, you South Aiken fans, I have a feeling you might want to watch this game again. You can catch the encore presentation of WJBF Game Night Live. That's coming your way this Sunday at noon over on WJBF NewsChannel 6. And we've got plenty more football coming your way tonight. Football Friday night, all the scores and highlights from tonight and tomorrow night across the area at 11:35 over on WJBF. So, with that, final thoughts, AB?
Well, I just think I give a couple things a lot of credit. South Aiken's defense, we're not going to talk about them a lot. Everybody's going to be talking about the touchdown of the offense. But that defense, who struggled so much the last couple of years, only giving up 7 points the final 3 quarters, and they could have easily given up when they were down 19-zip, and they didn't do it. You know Javon Edwards is going to do stuff. You expect Kyson McLeod, but that defense stepped up tonight too, and they deserve a little credit.
Absolutely. That whole South Aiken team deserves credit. Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it for us from here from Barnwell. Next week, we'll see you from Lincolnton, where it'll be Silver Bluff and the Lincoln County Red Devils, who picked up a big win this week already, beating Elbert County. So we'll see you 1 week from tonight from Buddy Bufford Field, Larry Campbell Stadium. Till then, on this winning night for South Aiken, for Nathan Edwards, Ashley Brown, Kira Goldstein, our entire crew, John Hart saying so long from Barnwell.